What's up, guys? We're gonna kill this back with another deck profile. Right here we got MECHA-PHANTOM Beasts. This is a deck that I built a while ago, and just now I've gotten around to doing a profile for it. It's not really a competitive deck, it's more of a fun deck. And what I think I'll do from now on this channel is maybe get a playlist of fun decks together, apart from really competitive decks like Tower Knights, Mermail, and all the other competitive decks that I've done here. I eventually will be doing a Shade All deck profile, as well as a Herald of Ultimateness deck profile, as soon as I get all the cards for that, because that deck is somewhat competitive, as well as like Shade All, obviously competitive stuff. And maybe I'll start doing a certain day of the week, I'll start uploading a fun deck, something like that, if I have the deck to do it with, or once I get like a capture card from my computer, I can start doing profiles like on DN and stuff, Dueling Network, and start uploading from there. But anyways, that's a few thoughts on that. Just a little announcement, I guess. So anyway, we're gonna get started with this. Like I said, this is MECHA-PHANTOM Beast. So start off, we have 3 Tetherwolf, main token generator. When he's normal, somebody gets a token. Basically, he can contribute token to gain 800 attack during the battle or during the damage step. And basically, when they get a token, most of the monsters, they gain 3 levels, so they become level 7. So this is basically a Draco Sack spam deck, because obviously Draco is a MECHA-PHANTOM Beast. So this deck, in the extra, you could play triple Draco Sack. Most of you just play a lot of rank 7s, as well as level 7 synchros, level 8 synchros, because there's some tuners in here too. So you make their synchro Conqueruda, and I believe in the OCG they have Jack Rustlerin. I don't know if we're getting that for this deck. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if we could, because it's actually a pretty neat card as far as be pretty good support for this deck. But anyways, so we got 3 Tetherwolf, then we got 3 Mega Raptor main searcher. You distribute a token to search any MECHA-PHANTOM Beast card. 1900 attack, he's a pretty good beater. Got MECHA-PHANTOM Beast Hamstrat. This is how you go into your synchros. When he's flip face up, you special 2 tokens. You contribute a token to special MECHA-PHANTOM Beast from grave. So if you obviously have him up with any token out, any MECHA-PHANTOM Beast token, actually it doesn't even need to be a MECHA-PHANTOM Beast token, it could be any token at all, which is why we play Scapegoat in this deck, which we'll get to later. So he'll gain the 3 levels, it'll be 6, and then you sync with their tuner monster, which is Warbleran, whose level does not change, so you don't need to worry about him, having a token on the field to sort of mess up your synchro plays. So you just synchro for level 7, and then you can go into your MECHA-PHANTOM Beast synchros. Triple O Lion, when he's sent to the graveyard, he special summons a token, kind of gets you started with your token production. He is a tuner, level 2. 2 Black Falcon, he specials a token on attack declaration, again just for more token production. 2 MECHA-PHANTOM Beast Harliard, this guy again gains level, same thing as all of them, but he contributes a token to special another one from hand, which is really nice. Combos well with the Colt Wing, which is right here. When this one is special summoned, it specials 2 tokens with it, and then it can contribute 2 to banish 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. And 1 Warbleman, this is probably the best tuner in the deck. I might bump it up to 2 if I ever get another one of them, but at 1 it's perfectly fine. And that's it for the MECHA-PHANTOM Beast monsters. Now we go into some little added cards. 1 Ryza and 1 Mobius. Monarchs were pretty good in here because obviously you're going to have a lot of tokens lying around. And sometimes you'll have too many, so you won't be able to exceed us to a rank 7. So sometimes you can just tribute them to get rid of them, so you can make more room on your field, as well as, get free pluses from Mobius and Ryza. Because you just spin a card to the top of the deck, or hit 2 back row, which is really nice, especially during this format. 1 Tempest, because pretty much 99% of all monsters we play are wind. Now on for the spells. 3 Scramble. This and Hamstrat combo really well, Because when he's flip face up, he'll get 2 tokens. Then you can chain this. And now if your opponent outnumbers any of your non-token monsters with their monsters, you can tribute those to special the same number of MECHA-PHANTOM Beast monsters from your deck that they get shuffled back in during the end phase. So you could flip during your turn and then scramble for 2 more. You could special out a Colt Wing for 2 more. You could special out a Mega Raptor. You could banish one off something in your field, or you could tribute one to search for another MECHA-PHANTOM Beast monster. This card sets up a lot of plays. It's probably the best spell card in the deck. It's probably the best support card, I guess. It just got reprinted, and it's kind of cool as an Ultra. Not a lot of the cards are that rared out, except for Hamstrat. I think it looks cool. But best combo piece for the deck. It's important to run 3. You're going to want to play 3, or else it'll be a little slow. Triple MST, it's just good to hit the back row. 2 Scapegoat, more token production. You have 1 Monarch Stormforth for the Monarchs, obviously. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Foolish Barrier for the Lions, and 1 Soul Charge. And finally for the traps, very little traps for this. 2 Breakthrough Skill, 2 Reckless Greed for draw power, 2 Aerial Recharge for token production, and 1 Compulse. I feel like Compulse is the best trap right now to play out of any, because sending stuff to graveyard, destroying stuff is definitely not as good as it used to be. So Compulse is what I thought would be the best bet for this deck. Now that's it for the traps. Now for the extra deck, 2 Draco Sack. You can play it at 3. Doesn't really matter. I'm just playing 1 Master of Blades instead of the 3rd one. That's it for Xyz. Obviously you can play other rank 7s like Big Eye. For Synchros, for the 8s, we play 1 Stardust Spark, 2 Stardust, 1 Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon works really well because you can obviously target a token, pop something else on your opponent's side of the field. Also combines really well with Stardust Spark Dragon. 1 Crimson Blader. That's it for the 8s. And for the 7 Synchros, Black Rose and 2 Conqueruda. For those of you who don't know what he does, I can go ahead and read him to you real quick. Tokens you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. If this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or by card effect, and sent to your graveyard, you contribute all tokens you control, then target 1 level 4 lower MECHA-PHANTOM Beast monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So basically this would combo really well with the Colt Wing, because you'd special it, you get your 2 tokens, and you could banish something. This guy, the funny thing about this guy is, obviously since he's level 7, you can make 2 of these guys, you could overlay for a Draco Sack. Draco Sacks for days with this deck. And Black Rose, I thought was really nice because you could Black Rose your field, and most of your stuff would stay because of your tokens. They would just die instead. And then it kind of give you a good advantage because you wouldn't be losing your monsters, you'd be losing most of your tokens, but your opponent would be losing everything, which is really nice. So yeah, 2 Black Rose. I would be playing Jack Rustlin if we had it. I don't know if we're getting it or not. I don't know what set it's going to come out. But maybe Secrets of Eternity, I'm not really sure. But that's it for the extra deck. Side deck, don't have one. Obviously, just generic side deck stuff. Whatever really fits your locals, based on what your local meta is. I don't really like to do side decks too much, unless it's like a very competitive deck that I play. But that is it for this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any ideas on how I should go about like recording certain non-competitive decks. I don't have too many because I like to do real card, deck profiles, like actual real cards. But I want to in the future get a capture card for my computer and be able to do more deck profiles, sort of expand and do fun decks every certain day of the week, and then every now and then we can do a competitive deck based on what's doing really well in the meta. So yeah, just some future ideas for what's going to go on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you guys so much for your support. Winter kills, and we'll see you next time.